Hey guys, it's Victor Costa. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. People have been asking me, Vic, what is better, free weights or machines? Can you give us a video on some of the features and benefits of each? So let's talk a little bit about that. Some of you have access to both free weights and machines, so you have this inner debate, okay? And so I can definitely see when you have the choice of two paths to go that there's a little bit of confusion. But for those of you who only have machines, you are wondering whether or not the grass is greener on the free weight side of the fence, right? And for those of you who only have free weights, you're wondering whether or not the grass is greener on the machine side of the fence. If you only have one available to you, please stop the inner debate. Throw yourself into exactly what you have, immerse yourself into the equipment that you have, and forget about what the other person is using or if you're missing out, right? The FOMO, fear of missing out. So don't worry about that. Immerse yourself into the tools that you already have and stop the inner debate and dialogue. If you only have free weights available to you, then throw yourself into that. Forget about the machine stuff, okay, if you don't have that accessible. I find that whoever immerses themselves into the tools that they have will come out to the just about the same end point as those who have a different set of tools, right? So you have to work with what you've got. So stop the inner debate and give yourself a break. For those of you who have the opportunity to use one or the other, let's talk about some of the features and benefits of each. Machines. Machines are designed so that you are able to perform the exercise in a prescribed form. The machine moves along a certain trajectory or line, and that enables you to kind of just plug in and play, right? Put yourself into the machine and move it along the prescribed form that the machine is already doing for you. And there's a huge benefit to that. One of the things is that you don't have to focus on form as much, right? Because that's sort of delineated for you. You just plug yourself in and you go. Because you don't have to focus on form as much, you are able to reallocate your energy and concentration toward the effort, which is a big difference. Additionally, you typically don't have to worry about a spotter. You don't have to worry about the weights falling on you or getting injured. I suppose one of the machines that you would have to be concerned about with that, and people have been seriously injured, is the Smith machine by not hinging it back on to the rails properly. But for the most part, if you're working on any kind of machine where you put the weights onto the sides or it's a stack with a pin, you typically don't have to worry about the injury of the weights falling on you. So what you are lacking in certain areas, you are able to make up for in your effort, because you don't have to focus on the form or a spotter or the weights falling on you. You can free up that hard drive space, focus, and do your work. So let's talk about the advantages of free weights. Now, free weights have a terrific advantage also in that you can create your own repetition. The weights are not moving along a prescribed form, so you can create that line for yourself, and you can design your own repetition rep by rep, so to speak, especially if you're super tall or super short and you don't feel like you don't fit into the machine, right? So now, even though you can design your own rep, hard drive space and energy has to get allocated toward doing that and creating the form for yourself. So there is probably a greater range of motion. It's a more self-designed range of motion. It's a more personal range of motion when you're using free weights. I've yet to see a free weight machine to duplicate some of the extended range exercises like a deadlift or a squat. There really is no machine that can actually mimic precisely that movement. And so there are some advantages in the range of motion, the fact that you can personalize the repetition, the fact that you can move in ways and manners that you can't with the machine. But again, the machine provides for you essentially a built-in form mechanism and a built-in spotter so that you can reallocate your energy simply toward the effort. So each has its advantages. It also has its pros and cons, right? With the free weights, you may have a slightly elevated risk level, potentially need a spotter for some exercises, but again, that's made up for in the range of motion, personalized repetition, and we just discussed already the benefits of machines. So the bottom line is each has its advantages. If you only have one, quit debating about what you're missing out on and just go for it all the time. Go for it. So peace, love, and muscles. Hope you guys are well. Visit me at Vic's Natural and say hello on Facebook. Take care.